Welcome back to Primetime Sports Thursday. Now, Cricket West Indies and the West Indies Players Association WIPA have signed a historic memorandum of understanding, which they say will have sweeping effects for the game in the region. Jerome Foster is at the Kingston Cricket Club Awards dinner at Sabina Park, where some of the main stakeholders are currently gathered. Jerome?
Thank you, Spencer. And you joined me just in time to meet up with the Cricket West Indies CEO, Johnny Grave. A historic MOU was signed earlier today. 8 points, but one in particular is that Cricket West Indies and WIPA, they have struck a deal to get closer parity with pay between the men and the women. Johnny, good evening and thanks for joining us here on Primetime Sports. Just give us an indication as to how many other things that you guys have signed on.
Yeah, as you rightly say, it's a historic occasion for cricket in the West Indies with this new 4-year MOU between us, CWI, and the Players Association. It's been a good year of discussions, but we think we've got a fantastic win for the players and a win for the organisation. To have that 4-year framework signed and agreed is brilliant. I think for our female cricketers around the region, unprecedented levels of pay over the next 4 years as we look to further professionalise the international game, but also start the journey of professionalising the regional game. And as you say, by October 2027, a male West Indian playing for the West Indies in any format of the game will earn the same as a West Indian women's player. So that's hundreds of thousands of dollars going to our players. Big prize money increases as we look to sort of change the system and make it more focused on winning. But yes, great to get to this point. There's going to be $60 million going to players over the next 4 years. And, you know, it's an historic moment where by the end of this period, we'll have parity, at least in prize money and match fees between our men and women at international level and regional level, which is, you know, a long time coming and, you know, fantastic occasion.
Just one more before I bring in the WIPA president and CEO is that there's also going to be an accommodation thing for the players that will allow their families to travel as well with the team.
Yeah, look, cricket is now, even for the women's players, it's a 12-month occupation. There's no real rest and break, and so it's important that when players are particularly at home, that their friends and families can come and watch them. They're comfortable, they're safe, and yeah, they're the other sort of softer sides of this, other than the increases in pay to all players over the next 4 years.
All right, thank you, Johnny. That's the CEO of Cricket West Indies, Johnny Grave. I'm now joined by the President and CEO of the West Indies Players Association, Mr. Wavell Hines. Wavell, just give us an indication as to how was this done and how challenging was it for you guys to get this over the line?
Well, it was a long process. Of course, it is negotiation, so you will never get things as you want it. The process has been maybe in excess of a year. But I'm comfortable with where we are. We had consultations with our members, we had consultations with our board of directors, and so far we are comfortable. It's an ongoing process, as you say. There are multiple policies that we must sign off on. The landscape of cricket has changed tremendously, so we need to have policies that will guide and protect our players, protect the members, protect the workers. The rights of the workers must be protected at all times, anywhere and everywhere. So we are about that, and we are comfortable so far with what we have.
Thank you, Wavell. And Spencer, as you've heard there, a historic MOU signed between the West Indies Players Association and Cricket West Indies, where the women's cricketers and the men's cricketers by 2027 will be on equal pay if all things goes well. So from the Kingston Cricket Club Award ceremony, I'm Jerome Foster. Spencer, it's back to you.
Thank you very much, Jerome. Certainly big development there in West Indies cricket.